Hey guys, just Jeb. And I'm going to start this new segment called Just a Review. And I just want to if you have any movies you want me to go over, and if y'all don't have any movies, just wait. I go to the movies a lot, so I'll be reviewing whatever movie I'm seeing at the time. And I wanted to start this segment because I'm going to talk about Venom. So, I just got done seeing Venom. And don't get me wrong, a lot of my friends know I love superhero movies. They will also tell you I love Spider Man. So when I heard that they were making a Venom movie with Tom Hardy, who is another favorite actor of mine who's portrayed a lot of my favorite characters, I was like, heck yeah, let's do this. This is going to be awesome. Now, I'm going to give you two types of superhero movies. There's the MCU, which are very lighthearted, very comical, but are serious when it needs to be. But for the most part, they're good lighthearted films. Then you have the Dark Knight trilogy. Dark, edgy, not as comical, stuff like this. Then you have Venom. Now, in the trailers and TV spots, Venom made it seem like it was going to be one of those dark and edgy movies. And I was really excited for that, because the last time Venom was in cinemas, on screen, was not on screen, but at least in cinema, was Spider-Man 3. And I really liked Spider-Man 3 as a kid. Now that I'm older, I see its faults, but one of the faults was Venom. Venom just wasn't good at all. He didn't look good. He was a whiny baby throughout most of it. And Venom in Spider-Man 3 just wasn't good. So when I heard they were making this movie, I got really excited. Because, hey, Venom finally gets a do-over. And it's going to be like a dark, edgy superhero film. I'm excited for that. Then I saw the movie. Guys, it was not dark and edgy. It was a comedy. A freaking comedy throughout most of it. It was a light-hearted comedy film, like the MCU. And like the MCU, it had its serious moments, but it was just unnecessarily funny. Now, don't get me wrong, I did enjoy Venom. I liked it. I really did. It was a good film, but it could have been better. I enjoyed it, but I wish it was better. And that's kind of similar on how I feel on Solo, but that's a different story. Venom was advertised as the superhero film that was gonna be dark, edgy, gritty, things like that. And it might have started out that way, but once Venom came into the film, it was a freaking comedy. Now, I'm not saying superhero comedies are bad. I mean, like I said, the MCU, very lighthearted, very comical. I mean, heck, my favorite MCU movie is Guardians of the Galaxy, and that's because they are funny. But that's the feel of the movie. Venom, heck, even when they were advertising Guardians of the Galaxy, it was going to be funny. It looked funny. Venom didn't have that at all. It didn't even start getting really funny until Venom was in the movie. Now, I did enjoy the movie. Tom Hardy was great as Venom, and Eddie Brock. He does the voice of Venom too, and he was great. The action sequences were amazing, like way better than what Venom did in Spider-Man 3. And Venom looked good. He looked like Venom. Like, that's what the comic book Venom looked like. That's what the animated series, Spider-Man, the animated series looked like. But other than that, I mean, yes, the movie held my interest. Would I see it again? Probably. But what aggravates me is that it was not what it was advertised to be. And me and my buddy Steven talk about this a lot. Advertising kills things. an example my friend Steven uses is Bolt. Steven loves Bolt. But Bolt didn't do well in the box office because it was advertised one way when the movie was really another. And that's just what happened with Venom. The movie was supposed to be dark and edgy and gritty. But it was not that. It was one of those lighthearted comedies, like in the rest of the MCU. And like I said, they did some good things. Like I said, I liked Tom Hardy as his characters. I liked the look of Venom. I liked how the action was and the car chase, all the action sequences. That was all great. But the things I did not like about it was it felt rushed. It was really, really rushed. And apparently, in an interview, Tom Hardy mentions that they cut some of his favorite scenes out when he was Venom. And I'm just like, that probably would have made the movie so much better with those scenes in there. Maybe the pacing would have been better. I don't know, but it just felt way too rushed for me. Like, I don't even know how long the time period of the movie was. I mean, I know there was a 6 month, they say 6 months later, but from the time the 6 months was over, I would say it's probably actually even better. From the time Eddie Brock gets a Venom, 2-3 days. And like, they go from arguing, not liking each other, or just having disagreements, to by the end of the film, they're buddy-buddy. And I'm trying not to give spoilers away, so if that was a major spoiler for you, I'm sorry, but that's what happened. And another thing that I didn't like that made it unnecessarily funny was Eddie hears Venom in his head. But when there are other people around, they look at him like he's crazy, and he's like, no, I have this voice in my head, don't you? It's one of those routines that he's going crazy, but not crazy, because he's hearing a voice, and that just made it unnecessarily funny. And then towards the end of the film, there was just unnecessarily comedy anyway. And I was just like, this wasn't what the movie was supposed to be. This was not what the movie looked like at all. And again, I know it sounds like I'm hating on it, because I wish it was what it was advertised to be. I liked the film for what it was, but for what it was, I wish it was better, and I wish it was what the film was advertised. If I was to give it a rating, like I said, because I did enjoy it, a 5, maybe a 6. It was good, it was okay, but it could have been way better. Although, I will say, post-credit scenes gave me hopeful for its sequel. But then again, it might be unnecessary. The sequel, if it does get a sequel, might be unnecessarily funny again. So, but hey, you go check it out for yourself. You be the judge of it, because hey, it's just a movie review. You go take care of it. Just a movie review, guys. So, that's it for me. I hope y'all enjoyed, guys. Deuces.